4 tonight, where a 5-year-old boy recently died in a shooting. Changes are in motion to stop violence and crime. Our Melanie Johnson takes us to the Clinton-Peabody Public Housing in South City, where a new endeavor is underway to change course, cut crime, and save lives from ruin all across our region.
It's the projects. It's like a city within a city.
Teddy bears decorate the outside of the Clinton-Peabody Public Housing Complex at Choteau and South 14th in South St. Louis, each one dedicated to someone killed in this complex in recent years.
About how many funerals do you think you've been to?
Way over 100. I probably got like 100 some obituaries.
Samir Simpson Bay has called this 30-building, 900-unit place home for 36 years.
I'm an ex-gangbanger from down here. I was born down here. I've lost 2 brothers down here and a nephew, so it hit me different.
In the heart of Clinton-Peabody sits the community center, where Samir is redirecting folks in his neighborhood to break a deadly cycle. It's now being repurposed into a job center with emergency help, thanks to the mayor's office and an anti-violence program called Employment Connection.
If this program was not brought to the community and it wasn't made available, I would have been back outside. I would have been a problem out here.
Chris Jones went from being homeless to a site supervisor at Employment Connection.
They don't just get us back into our self-sufficiency and being able to make money, but they teach us how to make sure we manage our money the proper way.
I knew that I was a part of the problem for a long time, and I was influencing other people to follow my directive.
Neighborhood voices like Charles Hatley also being brought in to steer those at risk to a better life instead of a grave.
So they need a voice that they can listen to. I'm from the same group, so I can identify with what's going on. I speak their language, I understand the culture.
Don't be afraid to change. Give yourself a chance.
And when you're back against the wall, that is when you're supposed to show what you're made of.
You heard him say there are 100 funerals that he's been to. Melanie, we're talking about people in St. Louis who live a completely different reality than I think a lot of us realize.
Yeah, Sam and Corey, this is walking distance to downtown, and it definitely shows that there are 2 different versions of St. Louis. People who have not been out of those quarters, who believe that there is nothing outside of the Peabody projects. But these 3 men are trying to make sure that people see that there's life outside of that zip code and outside of that housing complex.
And they've been there. They can expose young people to their story and really inspire them in a lot of ways to get out of that community if they want to.
Exactly right, and they do understand that the police cannot do it alone, so they're looking for anyone else who has similar stories that want to give back, help these kids who feel helpless, and help them have a better future.
All right, Melanie, thank you. And the city of St. Louis has opened other employment connection centers in other high crime neighborhoods, from Wells Goodfellow and Hamilton Heights on the north side to one in the Dutchtown neighborhood on the south side. And if you want to learn more on how to get help or see what opportunities there are, you can open up this story for links on your KMOV News app or our website, KMOV.com.